Welcome back to another episode of Big Movie Mouth Off. We're here at Broovy Cinema Pub, reviewing more films for you. I'm Jimmy Martin with Slug Magazine, can't even talk.
And I'm Jeff Weiss with MSN Entertainment. You can find Big Movie Mouth Off. Boy, it's
contagious.
It's
contagious.
You can find it on Comcast/Xfinity on demand. You can go through their on-demand menu, Channel 6 locally, Utah On Demand, Salt Lake Alternative, Big Movie Mouth Off, sleeves, kind of a folder. It's got several reviews, things that are older, that are probably on demand or on DVD and Blu-ray now, and things that are still or just in theaters or just opening now, such as
Las Vegas. This is the latest addition to what I like to call the geezer films. There's films that come out where it's like, let's get the band back together.
Yep.
The first one that comes to mind is The Crew with Burt Reynolds and Richard Dreyfuss, where we're mobsters, but now we're not young anymore, but we're still going to be tough. Now, with Las Vegas, we have Michael Douglas, Morgan Freeman,
Yep.
Robert De Niro,
Yep.
and Kevin Kline. And the story of this one is that, they were kids growing up in New York, they were tough, they were the foursome, and 58 years later, they are old, they are gray, they are aching. And Michael Douglas, who is probably the playboy of the group, I kind of say he's like the Gordon Gekko if he's going to be like 60 years old, And so he's decided that he's going to marry his 30-year-old, his friends call him the child. And so they're gonna get married in Vegas. All his friends say, let's throw a bachelor party. So Morgan Freeman's ready for it. Kevin Kline's ready for it. Robert De Niro, not so much.
They got to drag him.
They've got history.
He's the grumpy old widower.
Yeah, he's the grumpy widower who has some issues with Michael Douglas because he wasn't a good friend for not showing up to the funeral. So, you all show up.
Hello.
Hey, it's Billy.
Billy! How you doing? What's going on?
I got something important here, all right? I'm getting married.
What? To that young lady who's half your age?
Hey, wait a minute. She's almost 32.
I have a hemorrhoid that's almost 32.
So we're gonna have a bachelor party in Vegas.
I can't smoke, drink, eat salt, or stay out past 9, but...
All right, I love it.
Pop, it's sweltering in here. Maybe I should just stay home.
No, you don't have to do that.
Your only job is to relax.
What the hell are you doing here?
Billy is tying the knot in Vegas.
If you think I'm going to Vegas from that selfish bastard, you're dumber than that hat.
Welcome to Las Vegas.
Relax. It's not like you invented it.
How many times I got to say I'm sorry?
You can't say it enough.
Three boys that are
Hey, knock it off! I'm gonna go find some damn water and take all my damn pills. Then we're gonna get this damn party started.
It's this man's bachelor party!
You know who's supposed to be staying here this weekend?
50.
P50?
No, 50.
The people in there?
50 Cent. 50. Curtis Jackson, the rapper.
Oh, yeah, from the Jackson 5.
There are girls in every bar. I want all of you to get in trouble.
Which one are you with Sam Harris?
You guys, the best thing ever happened to me.
Tonight, we're gonna party like it's 1959.
Bring out the bottles!
I'm getting married. She's your age.
You must be rich.
Yeah, but you should be talking to me. Come on.
Hey, buddy, maybe you had too much to drink, huh?
If I want your opinion, I'll just beat it out of you.
No one calls us names except
For us.
It's gonna be poppin'.
I owe you this one.
We got a couple of unresolved issues.
Bring out the bottles!
Oh, I've been this hungover in 30 years. Everything's spinning.
Oh, no.
That's basically the point. I can't remember if it was you or somebody told me that the real name of this film is The Hangover the Hill.
I like that. I also like this one, The Comb Over. It's funny. And by the way, me saying it's funny means the situation's funny, not the film is funny.
Yeah.
Because on one hand, there were two characters that I was almost sort of interested in. They are the ones played by Morgan Freeman and Kevin Kline. As compared to Michael Douglas phoning in yet another playboy role and Robert De Niro acting surly. You know what the last role I want to see Robert De Niro playing is? Surly and unpleasant.
Yeah. I mean, Well, and you say kind of interested in this is where I will say, because when I saw the trailers for this, I was like, oh God, like no, it's not for me. It's not my demographic. I understand that. And I took my mom to it. She came with me. She loved it, and I understand. It was targeted right for her,
Absolutely.
So like they're gonna love it, and she liked the romantic part of it,
Mary Steenburgen plays a torch singer / lounge singer.
a lounge singer in old Vegas, where no one's ever watching. But I did appreciate that no one's ever in that bar.
Exactly. The Fremont Street experience, in case you've been there.
That's right. So I walked in going, I'm nervous about this, but let's see. Kevin Kline made me laugh a lot. Like, I thought he was hilarious in this movie.
And he's in service to the cheapest jokes in the film.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. He's the guy whose wife noticed that he's unhappy, so she gives him a card.
Hall pass.
Yeah, a hall pass essentially with a Viagra pill and a condom. So he wants to use it the entire time. And like, even though you're looking at it going, there's no way he's doing this. Like you can see it coming from a mile away, but he still does it. Like he just handles these, this scenario well.
Because he is a pro. And you know what? By the way, I did the research. He's only 3 years younger than these guys, except for Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
And he looks like the spring chicken.
Yeah,
he has
right?
so much more energy, so much live wire behind his eyes.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Morgan Freeman, who's the oldest of the bunch.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. And
see, but that's the thing too. Morgan Freeman made me laugh too. It was like Kevin Kline, he was just almost. I was like, he's really just getting better with age. I really just like enjoyed the hell out of him.
Absolutely.
And then Morgan Freeman was like right behind him, but not as good. And then it just went whoom. And then it was like Michael Douglas and then Robert De Niro.
Yeah, the Robert De Niro scenes are a chore.
Oh, they were just, it was so boring watching them try to argue and act like they were really mad at each other. I'm just like, stop.
And then
stop.
And then when Jerry Ferrara shows up from Entourage.
Turtle?
When Turtle shows up.
Like that
no
stuff. I was
way.
just like, this is so corny.
I
mean, in reality, it's a story that you've seen 100 times with let's get the band back together. Like we're all gonna be buddies in the end. I was actually gonna think one of them was gonna die. I was really hoping for it, that one of them would die in this outrageous bachelor party.
Well, then there would be an earned emotion in this film as compared to the many false codas that we keep getting in comparison to.
When LMFAO shows up for a wet T-shirt contest, and I'm just like, okay, this is where we're going.
Oh, and 50 Cent.
Right. It's cameo galore, but I walked in knowing that it really wasn't my kind of film. It surprised me with Kevin Kline and Morgan Freeman, so I give it 2 stars.
Yeah. I'm almost there, but man, I hated those Robert De Niro parts so bad.
Yeah.
So bad. 1.5 because of Robert De Niro. Kevin Kline, I'll give you props. You need to be in more things, because if you can pull that amount of humor out of that situation and out of those jokes, you, sir, are clearly still a talent.
Absolutely. Well,
if you're going to go see it for Kevin Kline.
There you go. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Big Movie Mouth Off. We'll be here reviewing more films for you at Bruvy Cinema Pub, and we'll catch you next time.